had put the cushion over my face to try to stifle me. I remember taking one deep push to push them away, but it was as though I was taking my last breath. It took everything from me. I felt this was it, because I was already weak, I couldn't breathe. Hubby was downstairs and I needed help because I couldn't breathe, and I tried to call him, but I didn't have the breath to call. The TV was on, and brethren, with all my might, this was probably as loud as I could say, I said, T, help me. It must have been the mercies of God that took my voice down the stairs while the TV was on for hubby to hear that cry. It wasn't a shout, it was my last breath. He came upstairs, and while he came to me, I said to him, I cannot breathe. This is it. He shouted to Chloe, our daughter, Chloe, come, call the ambulance. And he sat on the pillow and he held my head in his lap. And I just remember hearing him crying out, saying, Lord, Lord. You have done it for others. You need to do it now for me. It's not time. You can't take her now. I am telling you this from the testimony hubby had told me, because I had gone. I had no recollection. I don't know if I was now unconscious. I didn't remember any of this. At this time, because it was the height of COVID, when you had called the ambulance, sometimes they turned up, sometimes they didn't. It could take 3-4 hours. But brethren, I wouldn't stand here and lie to you. That ambulance was at the house in less than 5 minutes. When they came, they had to revive me. They said, I'm telling you what hubby and my daughter told me, they said she's cold. But I was dripping with sweat. They put one of those plastic things around me to warm me up and to try to revive me. And hubby said in the meantime, he was just calling on the God that we know performs miracles. Yes. They said they had to take me to the hospital, and hubby was worried because there are certain hospitals you don't want to go to. And he couldn't come in the ambulance, and he said, I'm going in that ambulance with my daughter. Our daughter was there to lock up and everything, and I went to the hospital and they had to do certain tests and so forth, and I'm cutting a long story short, they discovered that I was suffering from a massive pulmonary embolism. I had 3 blood clots which I had no knowledge about, that had traveled from my foot, and two of them had joined together and had attached itself to my lungs. When I was having the problem breathing, it was squeezing the life out of my lungs. They discovered that there was another one traveling, so I had to be treated immediately. I spent a week in the hospital, and it was very difficult because my family wasn't able to come and visit me. But it was a time where I had to really reflect on the time that God has been with me. Reflect also that it wasn't my time. It wasn't time. God knows the time when all of us will leave this earth. And brethren, it wasn't my time. Amen. Because if I hadn't gone, I wouldn't be here today. But it is for reasons why sometimes when I look at some of the songs that I remember my parents used to sing and we used to listen to. And it is why I am going to sing this song, which is so dear to me. Pray for me. as I sing. The things that I love, I hold dear to my heart. They're just borrowed, they're not mine at all. Jesus, only let me use them to brighten my life, and so remind me, dear Lord, please draw back the curtains of memories now and then. Lord, show me where you brought me from and where I could have been, for I am human, and as humans we forget. Oh, so remind me, dear Lord. Nothing good have I done to deserve God's own Son. I'm not worthy of the nail scars in his hand, but yet he trod the road to Calvary to die in my stead. And why he loves me, I will never understand. That's why